Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Abdul Chare from Galaxy Commercial Limited and AACCI. In our today's video, we're going to speak about another major player in the cashew industry alongside African countries in India. And that major actor is Vietnam. Vietnam is located in Southeast Asia, bordered by the Gulf of Tonkin and the South China Sea to the east, China to the north, Laos and Cambodia to the west, and the Gulf of Thailand to the south. Vietnam is one of the major producers and exporters of cashew nuts in the world. During the 1980s, Vietnam started growing cashew as a high economic plant. Since the 1990s, Vietnam has emerged as a major producer of cashew nuts in Asia.
Vietnamese manufacturing industry has been doing with a multiplication of very good manufacturer, very clear, very perfect mechanically and innovative equipment, which is going to your benefit because you are becoming the leader in the manufacturing industry for cashew.
Cashew was mainly grown in the following provinces. Please see the list. Forgive me, I'm not going to say the names for fear of mispronouncing them. I'm sorry. But please note that Bin Phuoc, if it's correctly pronounced, account for 50% of the total cashew production in the country. The raw cashew nut harvest season in Vietnam is between February and June. Beside its local production, African countries are the major supplier of RCN to Vietnam along with Cambodia. One cannot talk about cashew in Vietnam without mentioning VINACAS, the powerful cashew association in Vietnam. VINACAS was established in 1990 to facilitate the development of Vietnam cashew industry. He has established a cashew support center which supports farmers and businesses access to technical support standard to strengthen the quality of product. He plays a major role in the cashew industry in Vietnam and beyond. Regarding exports, Vietnam is the world's top exporter of cashew kernels since 2006, where he exported over 332,000 metric tons in 2015, as against 306,000 metric tons in 2014, a year-on-year rise of 8.57%. The US market accounted for the lion's share of exports with a 34% market share, followed by the European Union, which include the United Kingdom at 25% and China at 15%. Australia, Canada, UAE, Israel, Russia, Taiwan, New Zealand, and Japan are the other major market with a combined share of 14% and above. In order to support its cashew processing industry, Vietnam also has to import a lot of cashew from abroad. In 2015, it recorded a record volume of RCN imported, which was about 865,000 metric tons when compared with 2014, where 769,000 metric tons were imported. Vietnam imports raw cashew nut mainly from African countries such as Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Benin, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, etc., and some from Cambodia and Indonesia. In terms of processing, one has to admit that Vietnam is a fantastic and amazing success story with respect to cashew processing. Here is a country who started to process only in the 1990s, and within only 3 decades, Vietnam has raised itself into being one of the largest, if not the largest processor of raw cashew nuts in the world, head to head with India. Vietnam's current processing capacity exceeds 1.3 million tons of RCN every year. To conclude our video of today, I'd like to say, as you can see, that Vietnam is a major player in the cashew industry worldwide and a role model to many African countries going into processing of RCN. I'd like to thank the Vietnamese Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development for the data I would like to thank also VINACAS. Thank you very much for your attention this morning, and we shall speak in our next week video. Thank you.